And we are streaming, and apparently YouTube says it's a bad stream, which is not consistent with what OBS appears to be saying, so somebody will have to let me know. Meanwhile, I am waiting, and we have 2 people currently waiting for the game to begin. So, hello all. How are we all doing? And more importantly, is the stream actually working okay? I think I didn't turn on the fast latency thing, but it should be fine. Nah, it's as helpful as always. Doobie-doobie-dooboo. No, so nobody's around. I'll have to play other games for a little bit then. Just sort some stuff out in the background, see if I can't improve things. So there's at least no excuse from Steam this time, because those are actually now properly shut off. I reckon stream health is good again for some bizarre reason, so we'll go with that. Oh, I guess I'm doing things for a bit. Yes, well, allow it to run for a change. Why not? Everyone is nowhere, so that's why I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. What do we call that? No dragon. Second one, but we don't want that. We can do better than that. Alright, set 1 pair, get rid of this pair. Okay, 1, 2, leave it. Leave it. Okay, so what do we have? We have pair weights, so we'll go with this. No Yaku, of course. That helps. So reach 2-5. The 2's unlikely, but hit the Rinchan. Yeah. Because why not? Also, shut up. Hello, sir. We're just waiting for a game to get started, so I can't blame Mara for that. I really can't blame Mara for that. Terrible Japanese adverts sound like a good thing to be watching. It doesn't care. It almost certainly doesn't care anyway. It just plays the optimal routes regardless. Anyway. A couple of wins for you, still on East 2. Dragon Call. Yeah, that was the better way to go with it as well. I should have got rid of the 7 over the 3, but we're playing quickly and also not too bothered about this particular game right now. Just something on screen while we wait for people to actually get in the game. So we're 6 to 10 by. 5's not a bad draw necessarily. I prefer to keep that on the basis I've got a blunt 7 possible. 9 is probably the worst pair. Okay, another cheap win. Well, we have a game, so I'm going to be distracted from this and we're going to get into this thing. Red empowers white, empowers green, empowers red. Although I don't know whether you can hear me at the moment, but hey. Yeah, I actually got the order right. So, starting hand, nothing too spectacular. Plenty of Sozu tiles, but nothing that's overly connected here. Hope to get a couple of connecting tiles in the middle of that. We've got a 1 free closed weight. Going to keep the south because it's our own win for the moment. 9 is Adora. I mean, we've got shades of possibly going for a 1 suit hand here, but let's not go too aggressive right now. Get rid of our 1 free while we have some time. The 4-5 is actually kind of useful. It's a connected sequence, so... Alright, pair of souths. So we have a Yaku potential here. Problem is, the rest of the hand isn't really developed. I need to draw a 7 to close that off. I'm also not going to call that first one. I'll tell you that, though. There's no sense in waiting on 2, but there wasn't much need to call the first one. Also, I don't know if it's me or if the game window appears to be lagging slightly. I don't know whether it might just be me. Right, we'll take that. So we're kind of pushing a little bit here. We've got Honitsu South. It's free Han. It's good enough to go for. Also got a Dora, so. Okay, that adds to the number of potential winning routes. Play another East. Also got a potential Itsu one here as well. It's an open Itsu, but they all count. Problem is, I think if we go with the route of calling either of these, we're kind of locked into this 7. Let's go to 7 here. Not especially. 9 should be reasonably safe against him. The Reach seems to have fixed things. Yeah, Red Dragon, 1 played. Why not? Can call that, but it's almost certainly not safe. Six is a double Suji, but it's not guaranteed safe at this point, especially since we have a second one now. Eight safe on the left, probably safe on the right. And 6 is possibly one of the things he wants on that side of things. Looking at what I've actually got that's safe here, it was pretty much a 4. And he hits a monk off the bat. Okay, another reasonable start. Lots of high Sozus, plenty of connected stuff, possible Sanshikyu at the high end. We'll get rid of the West of again. Ideal draws 7 for an Ipeiko. Hour and 8 just so we got this sequence gotten rid of. However, this 9-7 is probably the first thing we want to be getting rid of if it comes to that. Red is the Dora Dragon for the moment, so we had to get rid of it there or keep it. And thankfully it passed, and nobody else seems to have them right now. We're going to run 9-6 here. 9-7 rather. Good draw there. We still got the 7-8-9, triplet of the 6s, which can also drop to become our pair if we need it. North does not benefit us in any meaningful way here. So the worst thing we can draw right now is an 8-so, because that just connects that back up. But we haven't, so we've now moved on. I mean, Chinitsu's still a thing we could be going for here, but against that, Reach, we're probably not going to be considering it. 6 is a safe tile. 8's probably reasonable, but we'll have a go. I could have kept that for a pair, but this is probably the safer line. And that's helpful. So 4 is a double Suji. However, that's for dealing. Unfortunately, that's not a very valuable hand, so that doesn't particularly favour me right now, which is okay. So Carol takes second. Would prefer that to be worth a little more, just so we could nab some more points and equalise the game a little bit, but hey, can't have everything. North to begin. 1-4. Other than that, we're not looking too... I mean, actually, I was about to say not looking too good, but actually Double Dora makes this hand a lot better than I was going to say. Get rid of a 9-3 on this side. Pair, sequence. Problem is, it's not an easy hand for us to reach with. However, we might be able to hit our incidental Sanchiku, Dora Dora. Which means we can't call that because that would just kill the Sanchiku off. Six not helping us right now. Alright, turn 3, well, turn 4 reach from Rise. And immediately you play his bonus tile. I'm okay with that. Mungan. Mungan into dealer turn, and he's only about 7,000 points behind, so he gets a good hand together here. He should be able to take the lead. Leads on the 3-dot. Well, since it's all the north, so might as well play mine. No sense in keeping it. It's not going to become a bonus tile for us at any point. Also, my dog is shouting and stuff. South. Okay, that's not too bad. So we've got a triplet of the 4 with a 3 connector. Not going to count, though. Have given the dealer a Yaku, though, so we've got to be aware he could be in tempo at any moment now. No, thankfully we just play a second one. Interestingly, if we discarded the other one, we'd have had a pair and we'd have probably been okay. Yeah, well. Good evening, Draconis. How are we doing? Get rid of the 1 here. So, how do you feel about Washizu Mahjong, and do you own Tabletop Simulator? These are 2 important questions. Because Ikagi Manga's now ended, so clearly we should be playing Washizu Mahjong here. I don't know. I started whenever I'm starting. It's not the worst hand in the world. The problem is I have no inclination to go for this one right now. Live White Dragon. So, Rise is on a potential monster. And people seem to want to attack into his potential monster. I have no such inclination, but I'm going to have to discard the 6. Suji. And deal in. Probably the better bet. I'm not going to feel too upset about that. Yeah, we found a good way to play it on Tabletop Simulator, which obviously opened up the possibility of doing a Washizu tournament, but there's no easy way to do that, at least under conventional circumstances of things. You don't have the right to ask him that. Whatever. And a parlor, it's incredibly rude to ask about other people's hands in a game. No, not in that case. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm basically keeping us in the Tanyo thing here. Just because there's not a lot of reason to go anywhere else right now. I don't really want to call for this. Alright, that's a good draw. Alright, so we're kind of building up towards Tanyo at this stage. So now we can call and hit Tenpai for Tanyo, not a lot else. I don't think that actually improves or... we'll get rid of the 8. We weren't going to get the Sanshikyu, which was the only possible reason keeping the 8 over the 5 there, but...
Each.
Alright, Husky Reach. Not sure we care too much about that, in all honesty. You have a safe 8, which is probably a discard anyway. Yeah, don't know what going for us, do we? I think we'll just get rid of a pair of 2s on the basis we got a pair of them. Also, low tiles discarded there, freeze discarded, and he could have been on for a silly 2-4 weight, 2-5 weight. I mean, but it's fine. We got safe tiles. We'll use them.
Dong.
Oh, that was worth it. Reach only. I mean, it gets him dealer, I suppose, but... Alright, what are we looking at then? Not too bad, in all honesty. We're double south, of course, so that's something. We get a second south quite early on, then we got something going on here, except that Rise seems to want to attack. Oh, there's 2 souths. Let's get rid of my 1 here. 1's already been played. I was about to say, if he wanted to call that, he's playing really silly. It doesn't really make too much difference to 1-2 versus a 2-4 in this instance, and actually we're gonna lean towards the half flush here. We're down on points. If we get a 3, then we have an Itsu Dragon weight, which is not a bad one to have. Okay, Itsu.
Chi.
Fortunately, Rise wants to go for this.
Each.
Okay, 7 dragon. Also, Honitsu Riichi is already Mungan, so...
Chi.
People want to attack, and they can attack. Unfortunately, it is a 7 dragon weight, so 1 single 7 left, 3 outs, and I'm hoping somebody's going to be silly enough to play a dragon. But the hand's big enough, and I'm dealer if this pays off, so... Also, kind of plays against the Honitsu that Rise is definitely on, so...
Home. Sumo.
I'll have a dragon as well. And hit the 1+1 for Byman. Okay, well that's a way to become a dealer. So not a good hand. Unfortunately, we might have to get rid of some 9s to get the easy Yaku here. It was a good hand, I'll be honest. I didn't think it was quite that good in all. But hey, we'll take it. Why reach that? Because you wouldn't expect me to have a Byman. Also, I needed a Byman to overtake you.
Home.
Mind you, none of the rest of this is kind of worked out for me, so that might be my blast hurrah here, but still. Yeah, I'm just not... Besides, my weights were kind of rubbish anyway. Why do I even want to play this? I kind of have to get rid of my 2-4 because I've unfortunately discarded everything around it, so for a 10 risk is too high. But honestly, I've gone nowhere with this hand.
Home.
Okay, late dragon. Which was a bit of a gift, I'll admit, but we'll play the safe tile against him here. We're now 1 from Tenpai. It's got the 8 as well here. Keep our options open. So we can still reach on the 4. If we get a 3, of course, that gives us the 8 things there, and he just sumos. With that, that's fine. We're a dealer. We can live with that. So 2 hands to go. Pair of Norths in my opener. I mean, it's not ideal, but I've had certainly worse hands. I can go immediately on the attack here for Toy Toy.
Boom.
With an escape route. I've just got the chance to turn this into a half flush. It had Dora, and I'm going to regret that later, but I feel that was still best not to call there. It would have left me with an isolated 8 and not much else to go off it. Alright, green's safe. Should probably get rid of that. Unfortunately, the early discards have not really come to me, have they? Nah, they've not. Let's get rid of the green. Pretty much just a 5 at the moment.
Boom.
Alright, let's go for this. We have North, so we've got the escape plan in place. I might as well just try and force for Tenpai. Force the half flush. Two-5 would be great from you right now. So I could take... No, I wouldn't have enough. 6 stop. Because the thing is, Rise is likely on some form of that as well. Three-sided weight, 9, 7, 6.
Dong.
North half flush. And this is okay. I mean, I wish I had another pair of useful dragons, but it's got a good vein. We can get into a good easy pin through from this. 5,700. Dragons are going. Only thing to worry about is Horskey's double south, which is the one concerning tile right now. If we get a south, we kind of have to keep it. But he's playing off some bonus tiles here, so he's probably going for a Tanyo Pinfu. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, that's an okay draw. So that opens us up the possibility of getting this into the Pinfu weight now. We've got pair, a couple of runs. North and 9 to get rid of to get the Tanyo. Alright, he's called that. Doesn't really help him a lot in terms of getting to a hand that can beat me. He does have one Dora, I suppose, so if he's based in Honitsu, that'd be enough. Honitsu, Dora. Yeah, Honitsu, Dora, he could get there. Get rid of my 9 for right now, so there's still a possibility he's after Manzu. And we are 1 from it now ourselves, so we can go for a silent Tenpai here. He's guarded nothing but honor tiles at this stage, so he could still be on something silly. It probably means he's... The only bonus tile he's got left is south, and we see one of them. Trying to work out would that be better for me. Let's drop the 6 now. Okay. So it means I'd need to drop the 3 to get into Tenpai potentially. There's a few routes I've got here. I'm in the lead though, I don't need to reach. I can just go for this. Drop another 6. That'd be a right deal tile if we drew it. Alright, so we have Ipeiko. Let's go risky.
C.
Okay, well, the accelerated rise, that's actually helping us a little bit here. Means I've still got to drop 7, which could be trouble. I didn't really even need the Yupeiko though, did I?
Each.
Alright. 5 is a Suji.
Dong.
And that's a deal in. Is it enough to overtake? Not really. So that was a kind of redundant thing. I will take a win. I will take 48 points, and we will rush into round 2, I believe. And apparently Draconis did not have a chance because, meh. Well, it's fine. He might be back. I'm sure he will be at some stage. No sense making the early call here. We have 1 Dora, but we have no bonus tiles to go off here. Potential West if we can make it. Green Dragon as well. Okay, good useful draw. So that opens up that side of things. Couple of 2-sided weights for Pinfu. West Green to get rid of. Yeah, this is looking okay. 1 dot, not really helping. North, not really helping. Well, I'll keep it for the next one. If only because there's only the 5 of us and it will cause the mass rush. Get rid of the free man again. Nobody's played either of my two bonus tiles, so I mean West I suppose we should have gotten rid of a little earlier, given that Horsky's played 2 of them. Okay, that opens up potential options up here. Well, the best thing to draw probably is actually a 5 or an 8, because that gives me the discard there to loosen things up. We've got a couple of potential pair and run options. 2 is not a bad draw. Gonna drop that. Because it I mean, it's the possibility of linking us into a Tanyo here. Probably mathematically doesn't change too much because we now have fewer options around here, but you do see a couple of 8s are gone. 6 has also gone up there. Yeah, I don't really need that right now. I think also we're getting to the stage where we are pretty much going to fold this. So we'll run out the safe tiles for the moment. Let's see where we go. Well, Yupeiko with 2 Dora is not bad. 8's also a Suji if it comes to it.
Dong.
Unfortunately, that's a deal in. For a non-dealer Mungam. Alright, off to start. Okay, Dora. So we've got potential 2 Dora Pinfu on. Need to draw 5 and to get another sequence going. South is our bonus tile. 1's been played, but we'll keep this around until we see the second one. Was a bit.
Each.
Hey, he wants to do it.
Dong.
Unfortunately, it could have been practically anything, but it's reach only. Really cheap, and we don't care about that. As I say, most early weights are really, really cheap and kind of not worth thinking too hard about. Occasionally, you'll be hit by the one that is a Hanneman or an unfair thing like that. But you can't worry too much about the early reaches. You just have to assume, play as safe as you can within the boundaries, but just don't worry too much about trying to force it. Play around it. Almost certainly they're either a bad weight or a cheap hand, and, you know, unless you're critical on points, it's not worth worrying about. Anyway, we're going to play the West Wind here. So I've got a potential Sanchikyu on. He says needing 3 more tiles, but hey, it's still potential. Dora Pinfu. I mean, there's ways this can go. Potential Junshan. Yeah, let's see if a Junshan pays off. It seems unlikely. Get rid of the 3 dot now. It's probably bad practice, but honestly, most of the rest of the stuff is kind of connected to what we want to be doing. The 6-8 is maybe. Oh, great draw. That is a great draw. Alright. Think we'll play on the basis we might get the 7-8-9. Certainly, it's a little more likely than the other side of things, so... Who wants the east? Okay, Cairo wants easts. 2 dot not helping. Depends how much I want to force things here. So we're in Tenpai if we hit 7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to not go for this and just go for a hand that might be completable. So we're in Tenpai with 1 more useful tile. If it's for 7, it gives us the Pinfu. Get rid of that for now. So potentially gives us a 2 4-sided thing here, but then get rid of a 9-8 and go that way around with things.
Dong.
And we deal into Chiral. It's cheap enough that we'll live with that. Probably should have been a little more alert of what was going on around the table, but... You didn't win, they don't matter. Nah, we're not quite in the same seating positions. I think we're, if anything, reversed for the last one. Three's reasonable. I know it's our win, but we'll get rid of it now. I wonder if Carol had a pair of them. Alright, so... It's nothing great going on in this hand, if I'm honest. We're reliant on a lot of closed tiles here. The only open weights we got left are these 2 and these 2. So we're just hoping our luck's... I'm sorry. We're just hoping our luck's in, really, rather than trying to force a particular hand. Yeah, let's get rid of 197 on this side. So freeze for pairs, Pinfu, not a lot else. We do have 1 door, of course, so there's always that going for it. Okay, good draw. Alright, let's get roll 1-2. So, if we draw another 3, that's probably the ideal route forward. We're still 2 away. Because his horse key has discarded the things either side of it, that's probably the only time to get rid of that. Well, if the odds and the mathematics allow it, I'll try it. But honestly, probably not. White Dragon is live. See so.
Chi.
Alright, one away. And a White Dragon's just been played. Pretty much. I think I'm just going to play that. We're into third row territory, so we've got to be considering safe tiles a bit more. So that gives us one. If we can randomly draw that 3-dot, we're in great shape. There's 1-8 left, isn't there?
Each.
Alright, now we're in a 6-3. Which may or may not be a dead weight. No, it's not. It's not a dead weight. Pursuit reach.
Dong.
And he pursued with the worst weight, I note. He pursued with a worse weight, but oh well. It happens. I've certainly done it often enough. I can't complain of that too much. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. We've got our own wind here. Gonna have to start being a little aggressive in the west wind to make south round to have something happen, but... Ones, one pair, 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 closed weights here. We'll want to get rid of one of these. Hopefully fill in the other one. Yeah, that'd be perfect if I had the west already sewn up.
Home.
East not helpful to us right now.
Home.
And we'll get rid of the 8-6 side of this because it's slightly... This seems slightly more likely based on discards. If I was about to say, if I were to draw the 7 exactly, that would be massively helpful, but in the meantime... let's see. West Toy would be fine. Best thing we can draw is probably a 4-so.
Home.
Yeah, that 4-so. That 4-so. Yeah, Carnage is impossible. I was just briefly entertaining the notion, but of course that one was killed off quite a while ago. Don't think you can post links. You're not a moderator. Post it in the Discord. I'll see if I can do that a little later. Or get somebody, Kyril, I think, gets permissions because he's a moderator.
Dong.
Stealth 7 pairs. Yeah, it was also kind of a bad weight, though. Well, someone's using up their thinking time
Chi.
here. Tudora. South is the thing. Go to my 1-2 for the moment. Well, we hit the Carnage. We have Carnage and Tudora. I feel this also has to be done at some point, but we need to get a little closer. Dora would have loved to keep that. This is definitely the round I need to make something happen, though. Preferably before something else happens.
Kang.
The one advantage of this, I suppose, is that the
Don't.
dealer... well. I was going to say the dealer can't reach. Oh, the leader can't reach anyway, not the dealer. Okay, I can live with this. It's actually quite a good start. This is actually quite a good quick hand.
Home.
I do need something. I'm in third place and quite a way behind, so can do with this developing. And chiral attacking and being quick is not one of the things we would have liked. So right place is 7. I think we have to take it and go for it. Tanyo's easy enough from here, although now we got that run, it's a little more awkward. Practically any Manzus help us out, and obviously 8's Dora.
Chi.
And Horsky wants to attack as well. Which is a pain, but hey. Got every right to try. Alright, 6 is a good draw. So now we're kind of getting ourselves there. Still would like the 7 in an ideal world. Reach on the 5. Other than that, we're going to have to risk discarding the door in a moment.
Home.
So chiral 2 calls, probably in Tempai. Dragon does not help me.
Kang.
Okay. Now we really want that 7. Thank you. Yeah, gonna risk the going around here because if we draw 6, we're there. There are so many tiles to get us there now. Pair of 6s. That's ideally in from that. That's a real problem, but it would be anyway. All right, red 5. I'd love to call that, but I've got my 9. Breed is a terrible discard right now. I've got to push this because I'm dealer and it's my last realistic shot at things. Play the other 6. There's a lot of peak calling that could be happening right now.
Each.
2-5. Most of the 2s are gone. fact, all the 2s are gone. We're relying on 5s, and there's about 3 left.
Dong.
And that happens. Yeah, that pretty much sums up my game at this point. So Kara with a good chance of taking the win here. And I'm going to hit 0. Kind of need to do that from my current position. I was in last, and we did have a Khan on the board. I mean, the hand's good. I got double Dora. But no realistic aspirations to get too much except third here. Especially if people are going to be calling aggressively at the start. Oh dear. Yeah, this is nowhere near enough. Which is a little defeatist, I accept, but I was aware that dealer turn was kind of my last hurrah to get anywhere in the game at the moment. Best shot now is to try and just beat Rise, and that would require a Mungan. Which, with 3 Dora, is not an impossibility by any stretch, but I still need an exact 8, and I need something to do with the rest of the tiles. Also, I should really have gotten rid of a South a little earlier than I have been. Good draw. Okay, not sure why Rise is calling that. He's probably on a half flush of some kind. Probably Sozu, I'd guess, based on things. Unless he hit Tenpai a little while ago. Either that or he's on for something silly.
Chi.
One doesn't help me. Let's get rid of a 9. So the potential options for the way this has worked itself out. I could go that, go Tanya, Dora. I'm going to hold off.
Chi.
Kind of leaving the 5, 6, 7 as a possibility, which is what I was debating with that one. Oh, this is a kind of terrible thing to be thinking about right now, but if I go with this...
Chi.
Okay, free Dora.
Home.
Alright, Dora 5. Point gap. What are you worried about?
Sumo.
But yeah, that was kind of my best bet at getting anywhere in that. Yeah, there we go. So I let that one go through. I'm actually probably going to call it a night, in all honesty, because I am... Yeah, I had... Anyway, off to bed. So I will catch you all next time. We're probably going to be doing some Riichi Mahjong, and then after that, the week after that, I am not here. So probably no Mahjong night for the next 2, which I should probably just mention here.